and penis.
And here we are finally with C&P number 1. Hello everybody, it is Alexo, and thank you for joining me for the 5th installment of the C&P commentary series, which I am doing for the 6-year anniversary of C&P. And so we've got the classic FBI scene here that everybody seems to know by now. If you're a C&P fan, this is probably in one of your top 10 things in the whole series because it's just so random. This isn't any personal thing towards the FBI or anything like that. I just thought it was funny, you know? So, a lot of people thought, like, back then, actually did comment about that, like, what are you doing? What are you trying to say against them? And, yeah. Really, I was just making fun of the rapper shit, where it's like, oh, great, like, look at the population being taught by the rappers and nobody else. So...
What the hell kind of name is cock and penis?
Yeah, what the hell kind of name is cock and penis? Oh, man. C&P. This is it. The first one. This one came out at a very different point in my life because by the time I released this one, I hadn't made one in nearly an entire year. Like, a few days off of an entire year before I made this one. And so, it's remarkable. It's, I mean, for it to just stay dormant for that long and then to come back, especially how many times it's fucking done that, but I mean, yeah, like, it was unheard of at this point, so it was really weird, because everyone was like, oh my god, like, you made another one, and then this one's awesome, because now it's different, because, you know, with the name change and everything, I just decided to establish that, okay, now, Chad is in school, and Peter is older than him, and, yeah, like, I changed a lot of things around, just kind of kept the same characters, adjusted their personalities a little bit, and their experiences, and, how they met each other, not by, like, the same proxy as the previous episodes, but they're just meeting each other for, like, the first time, and, like, you know, I thought it through, and decided it would just be easier to reintroduce everybody. Just, you know what, you know, I'm calling it C&P now. It's got the same kind of flavor, but it's a little bit different, and it's touching on a little bit more realer subjects now. It's not just, you know, oh, we're in Halo, we have guns. Like, this is really where I started to take it and kind of form it in a way to where it was more of a... It wasn't exactly about them, yeah, they did something stupid, but it was more about what's the message or the thing that it's trying to get across in general. Like, what is this thing supposed to mean or make the viewer think about when they finish watching it? And so this is why these are just a step beyond the previous 4 in all ways whatsoever. So not to say the first 4 to discredit them, but I feel at this point I started to develop on a different level of maybe I want to actually, like, get something out with this. Not necessarily something like negative energy or like a positive energy or anything. Like my whole thing about it was, you know, I wanted to somehow bring awareness to things that people just overlooked. Like, you know, like 4% of teachers, like, cut in on school bullying and shit like that. And, like, those kind of statistics are just so fucked up. And so, you know, I went through a lot of the same kind of shit, and it was just like, you know what, like, let's just, you know, thrive off that negative and turn it into something to where it doesn't even fucking matter that it happened, or, like, it doesn't even matter. It's like, that's perfect. Like, I can write that down. Or, like, spin it some other way to where you're the total fucking dumbass because you're the one that did it. And, not to say, like, I, you know, tried to base shit off of everything, but, you know, it was just, you know, a lot of people have their own experiences and, subject them into their art, per se. I wouldn't say I did that entirely, like, down to the finite point, but, yeah. A few different elements from my own life did end up shining through at some point, and so I tried to eliminate those elements just to kind of where, you know, if it was ever like 30 years in the future or some shit like that, and I couldn't do it anymore, and somebody wanted to take it over and had the certification to take it over, and I trusted them, they would be able to do it, and it wouldn't take the flair away from it, or like the energy per se. So, and here I am just talking about this and blah blah blah, not even talking about the fucking episode, but you've all seen this. I mean, I'm just trying to give you a little insight. Here's the Michael Jackson locker, which yeah, a lot of people think I just hate Michael Jackson or something, but absolutely not. No. I think Thriller is an awesome album. But you know, if you're not open for criticism, it's just wrong. Like, I think it's morally wrong to not be able to make fun of something. Not obviously not right when something like happens. Like, think about it like this. They spoof the Titanic in children's cartoons nowadays. Like, this event where thousands, like 1,500 people lost their lives, like 100 years ago. And now they spoof it on children's television. And nobody bats an eye at that, okay? But then, like, at the same time, if you're to go and make... Yeah, here I am going on about a psychological debate trying to answer my Michael Jackson question. But the point is, guys, you know, I mean, I feel like maybe I did it a little too early at the time, and it was real rough when it came out, these kind of jokes. But yeah, you know, it's just that jab that a fucking 15-year-old decided to do because he's 15 years old. I mean, obviously with my greater, you know, capability of writing shit nowadays, I probably wouldn't do a joke this low, because it's just like, man, everybody's done that, you know? It's just not really a joke worth like looking into anymore, because it's just, yeah, when you sit there with one joke for so long, it's just like, oh, like, I mean, even do like with the, you know, the jacking off thing, I've been starting to try and just you know, throw it in there like once in a while, but it's not really like, you know, he has to say it over and over again. It just gets to a point where, and that's all that guy does, so. Yes, it does. This place looks like shit. I actually redid this map a few times. Oh, jeez. So this is my voice. Yeah, for the popular girls, but at the time, I was just like, oh my god, Hollister. Like, I didn't actually, like...
Oh my god, Hollister.
Like, I didn't actually, like, get into it and actually make them sound like women, so... When it came to a point when I recorded this line, it just sounds like two guys talking about, like, oh, yeah, I'm a fag man boyfriend. I don't know, it adds the surreal factor to it that it's like, are those two men? Are those two females that sound like men? And so, it's kind of funny still, but I kind of wish that I would have kind of changed my voice, because it just made me sound really messed up right there. But, well, that is it. That is C&P #1, the first one, December 3rd, 2009. Man, that was a long-ass time ago, but I thank you all for joining me in this commentary. I'm going to be uploading a commentary every day this month, and I'm also going to be doing a video every week with C&P, so be sure to check it out. Be sure to check out my other videos and other content. I upload everything weekly, so be sure to subscribe and take care, guys.